All right. Nothing like starting with the silence. And an All right. Oh, I need to mute that. Okay. We don't need to have like doubling back on here. All right. Take two of this video. I don't know, sort of take two. Just kind of wanted to go live. I think I'm going to play a little piano and I'm enjoying the new software. I just kind of want to mess with it and learn more about it and see how it comes through and all that kind of stuff. And earlier on the other stream that I did, I was using a wireless mic so I could walk around the studio and show everything without tripping on a wire and all that. And the wireless mic, it's one of these things. I think I could show you. I've got it here. These XVive. That's how I say it. XVive wireless things just plug into XLR. They just turn XLR into wireless, and they aren't bad, but they're not great either. And I've had some funny moments. One of the first times I ever put that into use, like where I was actually I was being paid to provide a wireless mic, and I learned out the hard way that they do not have much range. But not only that, if anything gets in between them, like even just a human gets in between the transmitter and the receiver of these things, they just start going. And so, but anyway, I wanted to do this again since the audio that you were getting last time had a bit of that stuff, and this time I wanted to do it wired. So so you get nice and clean audio, and it's not disruptive for you to listen to. Because it's kind of like I haven't done one of these streams. I'm streaming to right now. I'm doing the stream is going out to like all the pages that I operate. So it's going out to the Mic Club group. It's going to the eOpen Mic pages. It's going to my personal page. It's going to my YouTube, the eOpen Mic YouTube. And I think Instagram. I've never done an Instagram live before, so I think this is live on Instagram, and I don't know if comments can come in on Instagram, but if you're on Instagram, please throw a comment, and it'll help me see if it can. I think it can't, but I should be live on Instagram. But that's part of the reason I'm doing this. So I've also got the piano set up here, so I think you should hear that. Yeah, you guys hear that. Let's do a little bit. But I can't hear it. That's the problem. I can't hear it. I need my headset on. Let's see. Can I hear it here? Yeah. Instagram is always a problem. Well, I can't hear the piano. I got to set up so I can hear the piano, but I can't. And if I can play a little bit out of the desktop. Let's play it a little bit out of the desktop. That's not gonna work because it's playing back to me. Wait a second. Can I mute this? I don't know. Whatever. Let's just do the tour. All right. So I wanted to show another time I'll set up the piano and play some piano. Got some really nice, clean piano sounds coming from here. I've been working on a bunch of classical piano, so it's something I'm excited to share to people and contribute as part of like the eOpen Mic and stuff that I do here from the studio. But I want to show first, since I am planning to start up eOpen Mic again and give it another go and do some live interviews here, I want to show what it would look like, and that is this. I need to adjust the camera just slightly, but more or less, that is it. Oops, I don't want to do that. So I can have up to 3 guests here in the studio and 3 mics. I mean, I can do more, but it'll get kind of tight, in terms of space. But I can definitely do it. Actually, I could probably do up to, well, if you guys don't mind being cozy, I could do 3 on each couch. And I've got enough microphones to support it, so I could definitely do that. So up to you guys, up to whoever wants to come here and participate. How much space, how much personal space you need. So maybe we can discuss that beforehand. But yeah, this is how the set will look. And then I'm also setting up different, views, and hopefully I'll learn more about how to, or just get smarter about how I'm doing it to make it more engaging for everybody. And hey, Holly, how's it going? So here's another view. If the people on the couch are on the what I call the everyone couch, if y'all are performing, then I'd probably go to this shot or some focus on either the right or the left. And then if the other person's performing, we'll go to a close-up on that couch. And yeah, potentially maybe in the future there are more people that I'm hosting, and yeah, I can definitely do that. So, but for now, I thought 3 is a pretty good number. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Then we got the main shot on me, and we got the opening set shot. And then I could show you guys the room as I was doing earlier. And so we'll switch to the phone. And now we can see the phone. So now I'm corded, so I'm going to have to be careful about moving this cord around. Oh, and the newest addition was this chair. I bought this used chair today. So now I have a rolling... You should have seen the other chair. The other chair was ridiculous. I've had it for years. It's like about to collapse on itself, but I loved it. It's like... I don't know how to describe it, but I loved it. All right, so as I talked about earlier, this table, I'm just kind of going to go through this again. So if you've seen it before, I guess you can tune out, but you can stay too, and then it helps the viewer numbers and maybe encourages other people to stay or helps promote it. I don't know. But this table I built myself, and initially had built it into what I called the loop table, and I've finally made what was a difficult decision, but decided to take it apart. And I've taken the components and added it here. And so this is the Boss 505. And so I'm still going to use most of the equipment that was on the loop table. I'm just going to use it here in the studio and try to make the studio more capable and focus my time a little more, pared down on a number of different sort of skills I'm trying to develop. But yeah, this is what my studio is looking like. I need to get rid of this table. If anyone wants to buy this table, make me an offer. I mainly just need it to go. I've got it listed for $50 on Facebook Marketplace right now, but it's I like it. It's been a really useful table, but ultimately I just decided I wanted something not so wide, because it was here and it was just eating a little bit too much space out into the floor area. So I decided to go with my old loop table because I don't want to lose that. Got the Edisto Blackwater Boogie band pass up here. Shout out Edisto Blackwater Boogie. Got the stage lighting. Here's the couch. If you're here performing, you will be able to watch. We've got the infinite TV screens. Check that out. You'll be able to watch the stream here on the TV. So I really liked this because it just helps you feel connected. You see exactly what's going out to everyone else, and I think that's really helpful and useful. As you may notice, I've got pictures everywhere. Almost tripped over I think they're congas, but they're not. They're like cajon congas or something. Got pictures everywhere. This is my cord cover, and the pictures actually worked out great for doing that. Anybody that comes here to my studio is encouraged to bring a picture or multiple pictures or stickers that you can put on the doorway or the walls. Eventually, I'd like to have every single bit of white space covered. And then when I finally die, somebody will have to take it all down. Or maybe they won't. If I do something interesting enough or important enough, maybe somebody will want to keep it up. But my guess is probably somebody's going to buy this eventually, and they're going to have to deal with that, or I will. But I don't think I will. I don't know. I guess I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. See, I'm tripping. This is why I did the wireless microphone. I'm tripping over the cord. So we've got AKG C214 microphones here, a pod mic there, bass amp, guitar amp, keyboards. I should say also one of the benefits that I got from doing the loop table is that in order to try to pull it off at a high level, I invested in and organized really high quality sounds that I was utilizing from the table using the Bluetooth harmonica and the keyboard. There's the Bluetooth harmonica. And so everything that I did to set up the table is still going to be useful to me here in the studio. And so it's one of the things I'm looking forward to as I work with other people that want to record their songs or as I record my own, that I've got a nice library of really high quality sounds. Keyboard sounds, string sounds, saxophone, tuba, I don't know, just a lot of different things. I've got really, really nice sounds that are, will record really well. And then I have some tools to help record them. This is what I was using for percussion on the loop table. So if you're interested in, I was hopefully going to talk to Chris Chris Roberts from Silk Crow, maybe today or maybe within a couple days. His band was looking for an opportunity to do live stream, and I think we're going to set that up. And so that's one thing I'm looking forward to doing is, and what I can do here, Lou Gonzalez, drummer for the Space Ark, Noah and the Space Ark, my band, he's going to be coming on Sunday to help me set up the mics for the percussion, for the drums, and I'm going to have a bunch of mics that are just designated and never move that'll be on that kit. And so I've also got these walls. We're in a neighborhood, but the walls are reinforced with a bunch of stuff, like double layer of 3/4 inch drywall, green glue in between, and mass loaded vinyl underneath all of that, and then the safe and sound insulation underneath that. So these walls, and this one, this is a fun fact. So this one, the wall that has the ladder kind of up against it, on the other side of those are garage doors, and there's a cavity in there, an air cavity, that because I built a second wall over the over the garage doors. And this is a cool fun fact for anybody that's interested in soundproofing. In soundproofing this space, what I found was this wall, and research suggests this as well. Like if you go out and research this yourself, you'll find that people suggest this to be true. I found it also to be true. If you create an air cavity, that's one of the best things you can do. What you really want to do is elevate everything. So the best thing you can do is a room within a room. So the best thing you could do is literally build a whole other garage inside of this garage that's elevated on minimal contact to the ground. So preferably maybe something like rubber hockey pucks is what I was suggested at one point in time. But all these other walls are connected. They've got 2x4s that are all connected. This wall is only connected at the top and the bottom of the cement. And so everything else in between, there's an air cavity. Literally, I can be blasting sound in this room and you won't hear anything exactly on the other side of the wall. You can put your ear practically right up against it and you won't hear anything. The other walls, everything, the sound gets through a little bit, but the point being, long story short, I can host full bands in here and we can go loud, and it's not going to be disruptive. So it's one of the things I hoped to accomplish with the soundproofing, and I think we did. So I have yet to have a complaint from any neighbor, and we do band practice a lot of Sundays, and we play loud. We did for a long time. Now we're playing in headphones because we just like it better. But anyway, so look forward to hosting live bands here, doing live streams and interviews of all the band members, getting some conversation, getting to know everybody, kind of giving folks, viewers, a chance to get to know local bands here in Charleston. I think maybe that's something that just a lot of people in Charleston would be interested in tuning into, getting to know a lot of different people that are actually here doing things here in Charleston. But maybe for folks other places as well. eOpen Mic, the broadcasting software that we're using right now, which is called Ecamm, they have had an update that is going to facilitate live interviews a lot better than what I was using previously, which I was using at one point Ecamm a long time ago, and at that point they were integrated with Skype, and then eventually I switched to OBS and used Skype. But now Ecamm has their own interview sort of infrastructure, live interview infrastructure that should be a lot better, so I'm excited to explore that. But hopefully, and I think it will, that will be a really helpful way to facilitate eOpen Mic, and particularly the people that will be joining the stream and performing from their home, which is kind of an essential component of making an open mic into an eOpen Mic. Looking forward to conducting interviews here. So I would just say any bands local to Charleston, anybody that's interested, that's has a background in music, that'd be interested in being interviewed, reach out to me. And trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, another thing. I'm gonna switch. Oh, I guess I'll go up here. I showed this earlier. I'll show you my secret space. So I've left the ladder here because I kind of like the industrial look. I got to pull this cable over it, or that's going to be way too short. I like the industrial look of the ladder. But there is actually a second floor in this building, and it's my secret space. Actually, I'm not going to show you, but you can just know there's a second space up there. It's pretty small, but just enough to escape from the world and have one space in the world that I feel like I'm no longer on the world, or something like that. That your thoughts can be completely free, something like that. I don't know. Maybe some folks out there know what I'm talking about. It's kind of hard to describe. It feels like, because the walls are all white up there, and it's just a really small triangular area, and so you're kind of like elevated right up in there, and there's not a lot of space to like. I don't know. It's meditative. I think that's the best way to say it. Actually, it's meditative. All right, moving past the secret room, we're gonna switch to the other camera, so we can look at look at all those pads. Those actually probably don't do much. I tried those out, but now they're just decor. All right, we're gonna switch cameras here. Okay, we got Sick Bro. Hey, what's up? What's up, Nathan? What's up, Small Tubes? Nice. I was missing all the comments. Sorry, guys. I was walking around getting distracted. It's a secret place upstairs where you cook the meth. Yes. I don't have a quip. The meth. Yes, a certain kind of meth. Holly says sounds peaceful. Nathan says I'm cooking meth up there. But yes, Nathan, the eOpen Mic should be really stable because I ran a cable Nice, man. Small tube. Sorry you went through some surgery. That sucks, dude. But hopefully that's methed up. Yeah, surgery sucks, but hopefully the recovery is worth it. So I, I feel like it usually is. So all right, yeah, Nathan. It should be way more stable because I ran a Ethernet cable down into the crawl space of the house, high quality Ethernet cable all the way under the yard, up there, and then down here. And I've got two Alien Amplify routers that are like $300 to $400 routers to create what they call a mesh network, and it's also AT&T fiber. They put AT&T fiber in the neighborhood I'm in, and so the upload speeds I'm getting right now are amazing. Like legitimately, I can upload insanely large video files in a matter of minutes. So it's great speeds. It's all a matter of the connectivity, and that's sort of yet to be seen. I feel like the connectivity is really, really good. So the router has given me a little bit of an issue sometimes, but I'm watching it. So I've put a lot of effort into it. Hopefully, it's going to be really, really stable. Certainly, if it's not for lack of trying or lack of resources. But maybe there's another step that will have to happen. Meshed up. It's meshed up. Yes, it has been meshed up. I'm getting a call. From Chris Roberts. Let me answer this, and then I don't know. We'll just answer this. I'll answer this. Let's see. Hey, Chris, I put you on speakerphone. I'm on a live stream right now, but I'm happy to talk to you if you want. I'm just live streaming, talking to my people about my setup and stuff. So if you want to talk now, we can. I'm down. If you're down too, I'm cool with it. Okay. So, all right, I'm literally on the stream on the mic, so I'll just say I'm talking to Chris Roberts from Silk Crow right now, and we've talked about doing a live stream here, and for his band, and so Chris. I'm just kind of telling everybody. I mentioned you already that we've talked about doing that, and so I'm so excited about the possibility of doing it. And yeah, I'm all ears. I don't know if there's anything in particular you want me to tell you or any questions that you have for me.
Just think, sorry, hold on a second.
You're good.
Let me walk outside. Yeah, so basically, I'm just looking for, more opportunities, more things to do with the band, and thought that would be a really good thing to do, man, also, it'd be nice to get to know you because I don't think I've actually officially met you.
Yep.
I know you've probably seen casting a few times.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, I'm just looking for just some more kind of online content, and at the same time, meet some new musicians and kind of get to know some people at the same time.
Cool. Yeah. Well, yeah, I've got. We can definitely do that. Yeah, I look forward to getting to hang out with you and your band, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, I was thinking. I mean, I'll just throw out some of the ideas that I was thinking for doing it. So I've got a setup where I can put cameras on every band member, and we can go direct in. Get direct feeds from everybody's instruments. I've got a drum set here that I was just saying, Lou, and you've met Lou. He's going to come help me get all the miking set up on Sunday. I'm adding a new sort of audio interface, or at least like doubling the size of my audio interface so that I can have dedicated mics to the drum set. And anyway, I can put mics on everybody and have microphones. Or I can put cameras on everybody and have microphones for everybody so everyone can speak. as well as get all of the instruments and any vocals. But I thought maybe we could do some like kind of a show where you do a show and we could even do like I don't know if you guys want to do maybe questions in between songs and everybody could kind of talk about I don't know how songs came together or how you guys came together as a band or what kind of stuff you guys like to do, where you're playing, or just things you think about, like music philosophy or something. Yeah, yeah.
That sounds great.
Like it could be kind of fun, and I, we could be flexible, but I guess just a chance to get people to or get something live out there that's of you guys performing and try to get it as clean and nice as we can, and then also maybe a chance for people to get to know you a little bit in ways that they wouldn't typically at a show.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
that sounds great, man. That's you're thinking more than I was thinking. Doing some good thinking over there.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah. I guess if that all sounds good, I'll look forward to doing that. And I guess we could just, if you have questions anytime, just let me know, and we could just try to find something that works for everybody's schedule.
We've got a show coming up together, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yeah. Yeah, we're playing the Space Ark and Silk Crow. We're playing together along with Uncle Tim's Bench in Mount Pleasant on the 29th at My Father's Mustache. So pretty excited for that.
Yes, sir. That's gonna be a good one.
I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's a nice combination we all do like different music, but I feel like we all do it well, and I'm just excited. I'm pretty excited about that one.
I'm excited about that too, man. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
such a huge Tim Falvey fan too. I don't know if people know that, but like I'm all about some Tim Falvey.
yeah, me too.
Me and him are like he's always one corner up from me at the night market for like the last 5 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Lou, of course, is right there too with the candy apples.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I can't wait, and I can't wait to see you guys again too, specifically because you
Nice.
guys killed it at Blackwater, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. We I didn't get a lot last year. I got decent feedback, like in terms of I got feedback. This year I haven't really heard anything from anybody.
Yeah, this year
But
was kind of this time was a little odd because it seemed like nobody really took any footage
yeah,
for some reason. Out of all of the whole hour almost we played, I think I got like 5 seconds of footage from a friend, and I was like, "Dang, this is all
Nathan.
I got." And I was asking everybody, like, "Man, I gotta figure out a way to get some good footage."
Yeah, I think I took like a little bit, but not much. I could send you what I got. I took like I was mostly just watching, but I took a little bit. I think I'm trying to remember what song it was, but you guys sounded phenomenal. Like I don't know what feedback you guys got, but like the mix was so clean. Like they did a great job with the mix. You guys had a great sounds coming out of your instrument. And you guys were tight. Yeah, you guys sounded really really good.
Yeah, man, I had a couple people come up and tell me that it was like a really nice, rounded out sound.
Yeah, yeah,
And I was like, yeah, that's awesome. That's our very first time ever playing with the keyboard player, so it
yeah,
was
yeah.
nice to hear people be like, hey, that was great, because like I'm really trying to add another layer to the live shows, man,
Huh.
and give it a little extra, a little magic. And
Huh.
everybody knows a good organ tone is always magic.
For sure. Right on. Well, let's connect again. I don't know if how you want to go about scheduling, but I have a lot of availability in December, and then in January, actually headed out of the country for like a month, and then I'll be back in like early February.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I will shoot you a text or call you again about scheduling because I have to go check out the calendar for December, but I'm pretty sure there's something that's going to work on there.
Okay. Cool.
Even if it's not like, it might not be a weekend night, which I know you probably be busy on weekends too. So.
Yeah, weekdays are probably better for me usually. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I will be in touch with you about that, man. And I'm super stoked, looking forward to it. We really don't have any good like live video footage
Yeah,
at
yeah.
all, and it's like kind of getting in the way of getting better shows.
Right on. Well,
So
hopefully we can, maybe we can, whenever we do it, we could get together, a few hours in advance, or maybe even 3 if you guys want. We could, or so
yeah,
something like that, and just try to really dial in the sound.
that sounds good, man.
Sweet.
I'm all for it.
All right. Look forward to it. Nice to talk to you, Chris.
Yeah, man. You too. Have a good stream.
All right. Peace out. Have a good night.
All right. Peace.
Bye.
You too.
Cool. Sorry if that was boring for anybody out there. I don't know how much I tried to put the phone, close to the mic so you could hear it. But Nathan, I see you saying, don't forget to make some commercials so you can interrupt the live streams and annoy your audience. like, yeah. I've made commercials actually, but I want to try to think. I don't know. Whatever I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to be strategic with it, and I don't want to do anything that's gonna negatively impact the stream. So, no, like commercials. For like, why not? Why not make some like we could make commercials for local bands, or we could make commercials for whatever. I feel like on some level, we're going to make our own platform and have commercials for the things we actually want to promote and actually care about. I'm not going to be able to no commercials. So this is what I'm thinking about in terms of commercials. It's not going to be like heating and air, although it's not going to be like, Crimson Heating and Air for your heating needs and your air conditioning needs. We'll charge you $9,000 for a new air conditioner. It's not going to be anything like that. Like, we are the greatest company in town. We know more about it than anybody else. It's nothing like that. Although that made me think of something else. I've been wanting to do a video. Yep. Small tubes. I am multi-streaming. Yeah, I got comments coming on Facebook and YouTube. I think that's it right now. But I'm on like a number of different places, a number of pages on Facebook and YouTube. But yeah, I had this idea of going. I wanted to make a video, like one of those in-person sort of prank videos. When I ride my bike to the gym, I always pass by this place that's called Carolina Grooming. On the way to the gym, and every time I see it, I was like, okay, I really want to go in there and be like, film it secretly or something, but go in there and be like, I can't believe, or like be on the outside and show a shot of the Carolina Grooming and be like, we found them. I can't believe it. This is crazy. They're getting so bold, Like, you hear about it online, but then here it is, right here in West Ashley, grooming. They're grooming right there. They even put a sign for it, and then go in there and like confront them and say like, I can't believe, like, how can you guys be so brazen, to just be grooming, just advertise grooming right there in front of everyone. Like, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. I'm going to shut you down. You can't groom children, something along those lines. I got to figure out how to like make it a little more flow there, and then they'll be like, well, we groom dogs. And be like, what? I didn't even know grooming dogs was a thing. Like, that's sick. You people are sick, and just see what kind of reaction you get from those people. I thought it'd be funny to go into a lot of these stores and have these kind of political angles on sort of controversial things. Like another one would be heating and air, going into like a Johnson & Johnson heating and air or something and saying like, guys, we found them. The perpetrators of global warming, and then, bother them, but hopefully make a joke of it and make it lighthearted, where everybody enjoys it. And you're not teasing everybody. Everyone kind of chill out and relax and just not take everything so seriously for a minute. Anyway, all right. So commercials, Holly, what I'm thinking about for commercials is not like, businesses in town that we advertise to. Funny until you get arrested for trespassing. It's not businesses in town that I'm trying to advertise But who knows? Maybe if I would have to think about it. But I'm not opposed. If a commercial if okay, the main idea that I'm thinking is for other artists or for like a photographer that is really supportive of the music community, or other bands promoting their shows or stuff like that. Maybe other podcasts, just other creatives in the area that they're never gonna have an ad on the TV, but they're doing things and they're trying to create value. I think it'd be cool to have commercials for that kind of stuff. And I think that'd be really interesting. I don't think that would be like, it wouldn't feel like a commercial. I don't know. I wouldn't think of it as a commercial, but it is. But yeah, hopefully we can make them, whatever the commercials, they're actually really valuable to anybody watching, and it's not really just like trying to get you to buy. It's just actually things that you might genuinely be interested in, and yeah, stuff like that. But I wouldn't be opposed to necessarily some commercials from. I mean, I think we're way out from that, so we're kind of talking about something that may never happen. But I wouldn't be opposed to commercials if they're offering compensation that could be used for for some of that same purpose that I just meant. So I don't know. I don't really want it to turn into some kind of like scripted potato show. I don't know why I said the word potato, but yeah, see, Nathan's saying it's a public service announcement. Yeah, basically it's a public service announcement, yeah. But I might present them as a commercial because it could be kind of fun. It's like taking back what it means to be a commercial. This reminds me of my sister lives in a neighborhood in Allgood. Nathan commented, it's a public service announcement 3 times, and it did have the appearance that they really wanted to make sure I understood that. But it was a keyboard. The keyboard made a mistake. So the keyboard, it was a keyboard. Well, my sister lives in a neighborhood sort of, it's like a big property where they have sort of a number of different areas with tiny homes. And so there's maybe like, I don't know, 10 to 12 different groups of people that live there, like families or individuals. And when I was up in Bend, Oregon, where she lives, earlier this year, celebrating her wedding, and we got to explore that area, and she owns the area, and she was trying to think of what could, like, they were all trying to agree on what they could name the place. And so they had things like the commune, which my sister didn't like. It feels like some apocalyptic, like, government conspiracy thing or something. And there were a number of different ones that came out. It's called, the one that I finally landed on was just the neighborhood, but with the name of the street, which I won't say out loud on live stream to the internet, but the name of the street, kind of in this cool, hip way of saying the street name, neighborhood. And I feel like why that's really cool is you might say it's boring, but it's like you're kind of actually taking back the meaning of neighborhood. So many places just obliterate the meaning of words. Words don't mean anything anymore because everyone uses them for whatever random purpose they want to use it for to sound cool. So like you change the spellings and you do all this stuff, and then the words don't actually have their genuine meaning anymore. It's like, what does it even mean? What's up, DW? Yeah, I'm doing it again, man. I'm back. I'm back because before I was using the wireless mic and it was just all the time, and I couldn't let that be like the main thing that people see from me today, or the main thing that is out there for people to see, like an update on my studio. Because it's like, hey, you should come to my studio. My microphones suck, So I felt like I had to fix that. But yeah, words don't mean anything anymore because you can just use them like you call something a cafe that's not a cafe, or you call it a whatever, a shop with two P's and an E. What I don't even know what that means, but um, you see places called neighborhoods, and yeah. Uh, anyway, what it would actually mean, like the neighborhoods aren't neighborhoods anymore because nobody knows their neighbors. Not completely true, but a little bit. Um, and so this is actually very different from that. In some way, it's not really a neighborhood because it doesn't really have streets. It's just it has one kind of street that goes in, or one like gravel road that goes in, and then you can kind of just walk to all everyone's different homes. But all the neighbors know each other. It's very much a community, and um, to me, that feels like an actual neighborhood. It's actually everybody is neighborly. So that to me made a lot of sense to actually call it the street name in the cool hip way of saying the street name neighborhood. But somebody said no, they don't want to call it neighborhood because of the hood, and I just thought that was silly. But the whole point was that you reclaim the word neighborhood and help to give it back its original meaning, which is just about being neighbors, and that everyone is there to kind of support each other. So anyway, I need a freaking soapbox. Where Geo's soapbox? Where is that? He's probably never uses it. I want Geo's soapbox. Where is Geo's soapbox? All right, so you may have heard on the phone call, if for those that are still have stuck around. Let me see here. I am at the beginning of the year here. I'm going to be leaving the country for about a month, like a month and a week. Some of you may already guess why, that know me personally, but I am going to visit my wife's family along with my wife in China. And on our way there, we're going through New York, and we're going to drive up to Canada. And we've never been to Canada. Well, that's not true. I've been to Canada once a long time ago on the West Coast side as a kid. But I've never been as an adult, never been to Quebec. We're going to go to Quebec and also Montreal. And I'm going to bring my laptop. I'm going to bring my audio recording and equipment and cameras, and gonna capture some stuff while we're out there getting around. And I'm hopeful to, while I'm in Canada, go to an open mic if they've got them. So I'm gonna look into that and may live stream an open mic from Quebec. I'm not gonna bring a guitar, so I may or may not perform, but at a minimum, I could go and capture other people's performances and talk to y'all. Yeah. Don't tell anybody that we're gone. But we do have a security system here. I already thought about this. So we have cameras, and we have neighbors that are around, and they have really big dogs. So we may or may not have a dog. And we might, let somebody stay here while we're gone. So Nathan says he'll tell all the burglars. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so, and then I'm also hoping to do that in China as well. Yes, my neighbors do have guns. I'm pretty sure, actually. Yes, some of them do. One's an ex-police officer, so yeah, pretty sure he's got a gun. So don't rob my house. Yeah. Yeah. Don't. We. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. You might get away with it, but you might not. I don't know. Yeah, you certainly won't if we're here. But yeah. But anyway, yeah. In China, when I was there before COVID, it was just before COVID because since COVID, traveling to China is expensive. I mean, it was $14,000 to get a ticket at one point in time. I can't remember. I think that was round trip. Round trip, $14,000. When we went the first time, it was $400. So now we got tickets for 1,400 round trip from New York. So that's still gone up a lot, but at least it's doable. But since COVID, it's been really expensive to travel to China. But when we were there before COVID, I actually brought a guitar and I got a job at a place called Lemon Restaurant where I would perform 4 days a week. And they were paying me in RMB. And it was really interesting. It was very different from anything I've done in music here. And it was almost weird to me. But that's some of the really interesting aspect of traveling is just how differently people do things. And I got to play music in Morocco once, and I've played music in Mexico. But music in China to me stood out, at least the one time or the one situation musically that I was close to was really weird. And the reason why, they had me perform like 4 songs a night, something like that. But they were open, this restaurant, Lemon Restaurant, was open 7 nights a week. And every single night, the set list was exactly the same, like down to the minute. They were supposed to do everything exactly the same every single night. And so the same musicians were on staff 7 nights a week, and they were being paid a certain amount, and they expected to do everything exactly the same every single day. And I just thought that was weird. That's a cultural thing, and I don't know that that's the way it is at all the different restaurants that do music in China, but I've never seen anything like that in the United States. So that just would take a special person, I would feel like, to be able to do the same exact, because music is almost, in my opinion, almost the antithesis of that. Music is expression. Music is fun. Music is exploration. It's creativity. And so to have to do the exact same thing, it's the opposite. That's the opposite of that. So anyway, and then the restaurant, they paid me for the first day of work, and then I worked for like a month, and then they closed, and they didn't pay me. And then they reopened after I left. So, true story. I have to think they didn't do that to skip out on paying me. I think it must have been something, but some financial issue or some sort of organizational issue. But that is a true story. So Lemon Restaurant, and I think they're open now. So I doubt they're going to remember me. But maybe I can go get my pace or my R&B. It's like it's like a month's work, a month of work. They just didn't even pay me. I just think yeah, it ain't right. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, I don't know. That whole experience was weird. There's the main musician guy that was kind of like the head musician. There was sort of 2, one guitarist I thought he was really cool, and the other guy was the vocalist. Or there were multiple musicians, but the other sort of head guy was a vocalist, male vocalist, and his name was Tony, or at least he went by Tony. And I don't think he liked me. He I'm kind of getting off subject here, but I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying getting to hang with you guys and share these stories. So I hope you guys are too. If you're not and you're bored, just let me know. But yeah, Tony. I don't think Tony liked me because they were paying me almost the same amount that they were paying all the other musicians, and I only had to go 4 days a week and play 4 songs. And so I don't know why they did that. I didn't ask for any particular amount. I wasn't trying to so I don't know exactly. Of course, I don't speak Mandarin. almost at all. So maybe my wife or her mom who were negotiating on my behalf, maybe they said some stuff I don't know. But I was getting apparently a really good deal, and it was just not maybe a deal that was kind of fundamentally disrespectful to the other musicians, and not something not a situation I wanted. But yeah, I think like Tony didn't like me, so because of that, and then I would leave. They would have to stay to like past the closing, even if they weren't playing music. They would have to stay, and I would perform, and then I would usually stay for like, I don't know, 10 songs, something like that, and then I would leave, because my job was done, and I don't think they liked that. But I do try to support. I don't know. For those of you that know me, I usually, like, I've almost my whole time being in music. If I go to open mics or I go to anything, I will pretty much stay the whole time, because I just think if you perform and other people listen to you, you should stay and listen to other people. So it should go both ways. You shouldn't just go and pop in and get the value for yourself and then just leave. It needs to go both ways. So, headline: Charleston musician arrested on spying charges in China. Yeah. Well, so I'm hoping to conduct interviews in China. So I'm going to go to some music events when I'm in China. I'm going to be there for about a month, so I'll have time to do this. And I'd like to conduct some interviews where my wife can translate, and we actually get to know some of the actual perspective of some of these musicians, where on the outside looking in, I'm thinking these musicians must be bored out of their mind. Like, they're playing the same exact thing 7 nights a week. How do you do that? Is that the way it is? Like, what's the sort of musical culture like in China? And I think that'd be really interesting, and it's something that I hope to capture while I'm there, and maybe the same kind of thing in Canada. And in general, that's something some kind of content that I'd like to offer through my platforms as I travel in general. My wife and I like to get down to the Florida Keys a lot, or not to the Keys, sorry, for the Florida Springs. And she in general just likes to travel. So we get around different places, and I'd like to make that, even as I might do little tours, little music tours, make them open mic tours, not necessarily gigging tours. Maybe a gig, maybe a few open mics, and actually get to see who's making music in different places and get to know them. So, yeah, and then I'll be back from China in February. And in February, hopefully, I will be running a mic club again. Hopeful that mic club will start. We'll have a venue and have it all sorted out. So that will start, whether it's in a physical venue or I'm doing some kind of new format of it here in my studio. I'm going to start that back up in February. With the rest of January, tomorrow I'm playing a private house party, like a driveway party with my band in Kiwa. Pretty excited about that. That should be fun. Also playing next week for a sort of a sobriety group in a neat venue called the Wanderer. I think it's downtown, and my band is also playing a New Year's Eve show for Spring Island. And as I said earlier, got to talk to Chris Roberts actually on stream here of Silk Crow, and we're playing a show on the 29th of December at My Father's Mustache in Mount Pleasant. Commercials. Got a few other things here and there that are throughout December. Got to learn some Christmas songs. All right, you guys. I might play you guys a piano piece. You guys want to hear a piano piece? We'll see. See if anybody wants to hear a piano piece. If you do, I'll set up the headset so I can actually listen to it without disrupting. No worries, Holly. Nathan, right on. Thanks for hanging out, and nice to get to do my stream for you. I hope at some point I haven't talked to Nathan about. All right, DW wants some piano. I haven't talked to Nathan about. You just started hosting your open mic or the Bogarts, and I think you did that for the first time last week. So I have to ask you about that. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of one piano song maybe here. Let's see. All right. All right. You know, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it like this. Let's see if this fixed it. Sorry, we got a suspenseful moment right here. Is that coming? That everything's coming through, yeah. So somebody says, "Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, chats, bots. The price is lower than any competitor." We're going back to the piano, but thank you. Thanks for the offer, but no. This one is more spooky, but I think it's really cool. It's been really interesting to play classical piano pieces in different places. Like my favorite place that I've ever played it was a place called what's it called? I can't remember. It's not my favorite place. That's why. But they told me I should stop playing elevator music. But it's just really interesting. You play it in different places. Some people really appreciate. Like for example, I played at a Halloween party one time, and the Halloween party, I played all this like high energy stuff. I played a whole bunch of high energy stuff for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and then I transitioned to take a break from like the physical expression, of singing. I decided to just play some classical piano. I thought it'd be a nice change rather than putting on, background music. I'll keep playing music, live music, and I'll share some, nice classical pieces. And this one I'll play right now is one of those. And I thought it was perfect for Halloween. And as soon as I started playing it, and this guy comes up and he's like, "Let's go, let's pick it up," something like that. And it's like, and then he's like, he tells me he's a musician, and he was telling me like what I need to do or something. And I'm like, I think I handled it perfectly in that moment, but I just didn't take him seriously and I was even kind of shocked. I just kind of gave him a look like, if you're a musician, you should totally understand right now. I just think if you're a musician, you understand I just played an hour and a half of high energy stuff, of giving you exactly what you want or trying to fuel the party. Maybe you liked it, maybe you didn't, but I tried, and you can't deny I tried. And then I'm taking a break. So if you're a musician, you should be able to appreciate or understand what's going on, and then and that you wouldn't bother another musician like that. I don't know. I thought that was funny. And then almost as soon as he goes away, a woman comes up and she says, "Your playing is so beautiful. I love your piano." And so it's all taste, and you just don't, everyone has different expectation and different opinion, and yeah. But this one I played at a Halloween party. I thought it was really nice for a Halloween party. Sometimes when I play it at the market, it's I feel like it doesn't set exactly the right vibe. So we'll do this. need to play that one. Need to been like a couple weeks since I played it. Need to play it again. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. I agree completely. If you're a musician, you don't necessarily need to like all kinds of music, but you can appreciate it. You can appreciate what you can appreciate the technical aspect of it. You can see what people are doing, and I think fundamentally you can appreciate how much somebody's giving to a performance. I think if that's kind of the core of it. If you can see how much somebody's giving of themselves to a performance, then I don't know. That's all that a person can do. So I don't know. If you see that, then I feel like you can be appreciated. You can at least appreciate what they're doing, even if you don't like it. You can say you can still appreciate that they're investing themselves. So, yeah, there's different styles of music that, like there's some songs I would never listen to, but I'll see them pop on social media. Like for example, there's you may have seen it, a metal version of The Grinch that came out maybe like 10 years ago or something like that. And I'm not a metal music person. I never listened to it. Don't have any interest in listening to it. But that was awesome. And it was amazing. I mean, I listened to it, watched the performance. It's like, that was a phenomenal performance of The Grinch. And I'll never listen to it on my own. Like, I'll never pull it up so I can listen to it while I ride in the car or anything like that. But it was an amazing watch. I don't know. There's so many different types of music that occurs at open mics. Even if it's just a person at a guitar, all these different styles of expression. And, some I like more than others, but I still can appreciate anybody that gets up there and wants to express something and is really trying to, And so, I don't know. That's what I think. Yeah, that's Chopin Waltz in C sharp. I think I'll do one more. Let's do one more. Why not? I'm working on the Clair de Lune right now, but I can't. It's not all the way there. That's about where I'm at right now. I can get like a little bit further. I know a little bit further, but that's about all I got on. Oh, I think I'm trying to remember a Bach piece. Um, what should be the thing? Nice. Yeah. No, classical music's great. I'm listening to so much classical music, as I'm working on this piano stuff and trying to get to know lots of different, options for songs to learn. Yeah. Well, I'm thinking hopefully eventually I know a nice library of piano songs. That's what I'm working on. I've got 30 that I'm trying to learn right now. There's one that's always been my goal. That's Chopin's. I don't know how you say the word fantasy. It's just insane, but hopefully I can get it. It's a crazy song. You can look it up. It's like Fantaisie. I think that's what it. No, Fantasie. Chopin, Chopin, fantasy, and I don't remember the other thing, but that'll if you look that, the right one will come up, and it's just crazy. We're gonna go with. Nice. That's pretty cool. That's amazing, man. I never get over the tech, man. That it's just, I mean, it's crazy to think that this is, what I'm doing here in this room is going out and can just travel like that, and for all intents and purposes, you know, as real as, maybe it's more real if you see it in person, but um, thank you, DW. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like I could send this to China. That's all the sound, all the visual, like that. What? How? I don't know. I know, like, I've studied math. I get that people figured out how to do it, but maybe they didn't. maybe they didn't. Maybe aliens gave it to them, or it just appeared to somebody, and then they just kept it a secret. No, it's just amazing. Even if you figured out mathematically how to make it work, even if you figured out technologically through science how to do it, it's still amazing that you can somehow send this amount of data or information in such vivid detail. Now, and playing for you as you work on the Ford. That's pretty sweet. All right. Well, we still got a few viewers out there. So, but I think I'm gonna sign off for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. For everybody that joined in the chat, thank you. I hope you had a good time. And yeah, I'll just sum it up by recapping some of what I talked about. And got the studio pretty well situated. Move a few more things, got a few more components that are coming in, and then I'm gonna be ready to start doing a lot of these kinds of things, and hopefully just get a lot of other people involved as well. Charleston's not really on the map. I don't feel like. I mean, you've probably heard of Hootie and the Blowfish or Darius Rucker, maybe Band of Horses. Those are all Charleston bands, and it's funny, wherever you are, you learn about the people that came from there. I lived in Long Beach for a while, and in Long Beach, it's I'm blanking on the name, but there's one band that's like the big band from Long Beach. I mean, there's, I think, Snoop Dogg and Sublime, and Sublime is one of the big bands that came out of Long Beach. But so from Charleston, South Carolina, there are a few. Hootie and the Blowfish, which is Darius Rucker, was I guess the lead singer on Hootie and the Blowfish, and then Band of Horses is another one, and now there's another band called Ranky Tanky. Is Dave Matthews Band Charleston? I don't think he is, but I could be wrong. I've not heard anybody talk about him or talk about them being from Charleston, and I would imagine that the people here they would have loved, unless they have something against him. But they would. I think people here would love to claim him. They would be very vocal about it. But I don't know. Maybe. But I know for a fact Hootie and Band of Horses and Ranky Tanky is kind of a newer band that's making music right now. They're not like brand new or anything, but they've won a few Grammys just recently. So they're on the map. But yeah, there's not much that's come out of Charleston, and I don't feel like, people talk about Nashville, people talk about L.A. or maybe New York or New Orleans, and for good reasons. But I really feel like Charleston is right. Like people talk about Austin. Personally, I'll take Charleston over Austin. I maybe that's just me, but I know Austin's got a ton of stuff going on, but for being a musician, I feel like I'd rather be a musician in Charleston. I feel like Charleston's got a pretty cool scene. It ain't perfect, but it's there's a lot here, and there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of opportunity, and so I think it's a good and there's good songwriters. There's good musicians here. So I feel like if there was anywhere I was going to go to just become an expert and just drown myself in music, it would be New Orleans. Gotcha, Charlottesville. Yeah, I feel like L.A. If you wanna be creative, go to L.A. Like L.A. is, I don't know. It's kind of an amazing place. It's crazy. Like I don't know. It's a really interesting place. It's got so much to it, and there's so much character and creativity in LA. So I would say if you want to be creative, LA, in my opinion, and then if you want to go record an album, go to Nashville, and you will get the best bang for your buck ever. Getting people to play for your songs. Yeah, yeah. Hey, they're not too different. It's pretty close. Charlottesville, Charleston, and they're pretty close together. They're not too far apart either. They're confusing. A bunch of people have confused those. So, but I don't have a bone to pick in the matter. I'm not from here, and I don't know. I just think it's silly to be so worried about that kind of stuff. I don't know. But yeah. All right. Peace out, everybody. If you'd like to, so my podcast is starting up. Noah's Groovecast is going to start again. I was twiddling with the name. I think I'm going to keep it Noah's Groovecast. It's going to start up again. Musicians in the area, if you would be interested in being interviewed by me, get in touch and we can talk about it. And if bands, you want to come on and do a live stream, kind of like what you saw today, but we've got like the multi-camera action, kind of like this. But it'll just be on you, and everyone will be mic'd up. We'll go live. Audio quality will be really good. Drum set right here to my right. And I can't show it right now, but got a drum set. That's going to all be mic'd up. And if you want to be on E-Open Mic and you're not from Charleston, that is also going to be a possibility. For those of you familiar with E-Open Mic, you already know what I'm talking about. But if you don't know, it is just an online event, that I run out of the studio here. And I have people actually here with me that'll be in these seats. And then in this box right here will be people that are joining from the internet. And so when we did it the first time, we had people literally from London join us. I think some people, a comedian tried to join from India. And we had people from California. We had people from Florida, from Washington, D.C., I think from Maine, Chicago. I don't know. There were people that joined from a lot of different places. So got the infrastructure a little bit better, and looking forward to hopefully pulling off some really nice open mic events. And that is it for me today. I really mean it this time. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Peace out. See you guys in the next one. Have a good night.